Welcome to a short session of several Pilates exercises. I'm Anita and I'm part of the Mind-Body program at the Barshop Jewish Community Center. We're going to share a few Pilates mat exercises with you right now, since we can't be with you in person, but we would like to be the ones helping keep you active. So, find any nice, open, safe spot. Make sure that you've got a supportive surface. If you have your mat to work on, that would be great, or a nice thick blanket. In addition, I've got a towel folded rather flat here to support underneath my head so that I can help keep my spine in alignment. Let's go down to the mat and get started. As you set yourself up, even descending to the mat can be a good event. So I'm lining all my joints up, feet, ankles, knees, underneath my hips and shoulders to start in the best form that I can. This descent to the mat is going to start with the pelvis, gently rolling back and down, supporting my upper body weight on the way. And when I get down to the mat, I want to find length in the spine, adjust anything supporting my head so that it can give me good support. The chest is open. I want to find some deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Letting my weight settle into the mat and become anchored. As I do that, I want to sort of check in with what's happening, especially in the center of the body. That pelvis can be rolled either forward or back, but what I want to do instead is to level it out and put it in a more neutral place where it's just heavy on the mat and not rolling forward or back in any direction. Every inhale and exhale is a chance to pull those abdominal muscles in and up and slightly back to help support from the center core out to the edges, the way all the Pilates work starts. What we're going to work on first is some leg circles to help find strength and range of movement in the hip, always an important thing. Let's start by stretching that left leg out, flex the ankle, dig that heel in for a nice long anchor on that side of the body. Inhale the other leg up to the ceiling and start a few circles at the ankle. Just finding your range of movement as you warm it up. Be sure to send it in both directions. Bend and stretch the leg, articulating the joints. All those toes, ankle, knees, hips, the whole thing. Then stretching that long, elegant leg up to the sky, start leg circles. That's an easy cross across the body, sweeping down and completing the circle on the way up. You can use an inhale and an exhale pattern to do this. And you want to do enough, about 8 or 10, so that you get a real feel for it. What that circular pattern is like, finding range of movement at the hip, while you still keep the rest of the body steady. Let's reverse it. I'm going to flex my ankle so that when I reverse it, I have a chance to stretch my calf. That's always important too. Maybe I'm going to challenge myself with a little larger circle. See if I can find an even greater range of movement. And then one other thing I can add is a sweep across the body and away from the body, taking a big inhale across, taking an exhale perhaps to sweep it away and support it, turning that leg into your car's windshield wiper, crossing and uncrossing, and all the time not allowing my hips to roll off the mat or to roll back and forth. Finally, I decide I can release the hip and the lower back and do some big sweeping movements that really circle around in each direction, really releasing the body from the work it's been doing and then taking it back in a parallel position so that I can support behind the thigh, the calf, or the ankle to give it a good stretch. I'm flexing my ankle again to add that calf stretch to my hamstring stretch. I'm hanging onto it long enough, at least 20 to 30 seconds, so that I get a chance to tire the nerves and the muscles. I get a chance to breathe deeply, really letting the weight of the top of that long leg bone go into my hip. And once I've been there for a bit and feel the stretch in the back of the leg, when I release the leg, I'm going to let it descend with control and not just flop down on the way down. Once it's there, a little bit of roll, shake, maybe bend, just to give it a little feedback. This is the buyer's comparison. The leg we just worked with the leg that hasn't been worked yet. Stretching that first leg long, flex the ankle, dig the heel in, find your long neutral spine again with your neutral pelvis to anchor. Stretch the left leg up, start the circling. Find the mobilization of that ankle. See how flexible you can get it. We don't often get a chance to take shoes off and work barefooted, but this is the ideal opportunity. Bend and stretch, articulating joints. How many can you get to bend? There you go. When you stretch the leg up, start your leg circles again. Inhale to exhale. Again, start with a cross of the body and a swing away from the body, completing your circle. Don't get in a hurry with them. Every circle deserves its completeness and its big inhale to exhale. When you reverse it, remember that's the chance to maybe enlarge the circle a little bit. You want to think of yourself as an ice skater. You have your blade on the ice and you're retracing it every single time exactly, trying to make perfect circles. You're adding the leg sweep across and away without rolling the hips up. This is when you turn your leg into a windshield wiper. It draws away and towards, and away and towards. There you go. Finally, there's some big sweepy leg circles that release it in both directions. And then the leg needs to come back towards you. Give it the support that it needs so that you get a stretch, especially for this back of the leg. Hamstring, draw it gently towards you. Breathe in. As you breathe out, see if you can draw it maybe 1/4 of an inch closer. Help it out. Hang on to it. Maintain it with your long, deep breathing. When you release the leg, see it descend ever so slowly with control, and when it gets down to the mat, a little shake, rattle, and roll. A little movement, giving it feedback. Since we've worked on the legs and the hips, let's do something for the upper body and the spine. If you come to sitting, you can draw those legs out in front of you. Again, I'm concentrating on pushing my heels down, and I'm not trying to do the biggest stride or split position in the world. I want myself to be propped at a nice triangular shape. I can push away from the mat or the floor, lift my hips up to make sure I'm getting everything underneath me and I'm sitting as straight as possible. To get the spine and back stretching and moving, the breath really has to work with us. Take a big inhale as you sit as tall as you can with soft elbows. On an exhale, pull those arms forward like someone's trying to take your shirt off. On an inhale, draw yourself back up again. As you pull everything forward in your spine, pull the abdominal muscles here back away from that action so that you've got things going in 2 directions at once. Inhale to come to vertical. Exhale as you reach forward. Inhale to draw yourself to vertical. Exhale as you reach forward again. Let's try it one more time. Sit as tall as you can. Breathe out. Don't let your shoulders go up to your ears. Keep them stretching forward. That's it. Drop that right arm. Take yourself up and over in a side stretch. Make sure when you do, you keep the opposite heel and hip anchored. There's your stretch. Inhale to get tall in the center. Exhale to go over. Every time you fold over, soften. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let your breath help you. Inhale through center. Exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale. The next time you come back sitting upright, open the arms. Give yourself a big hug. When you do that, feel that someone grabs your elbows and lifts them. Feel your back extend. Feel your chest arch and open. Feel your cheekbones go on the ceiling. Then breathe out and let everything come forward and soften. Once more, inhale to lift. Open, reach, stretch, soften. Chin towards chest as you breathe out. Open the arms, change the hug with the other arm on top. Again, let that invisible person lift you, draw you up, and then gently release you so that you sink forward and open the back between the shoulder blades. Once more, lift up, open up, pull the shoulder blades down the back, lift the chest, come forward, release it. Open up, big sweeps of the arm, big inhale to exhale. Inhale. Exhale, open it up. One more time. Really lift the arms, chest open. The arms fly out like giant wings and come to rest. Thank you for joining me. I know I feel better having moved. I hope you do too. Join us again.